So, you're building the next big thing online. Awesome. But there's one challenge you absolutely cannot afford to ignore. And it's not your code or your growth strategy. It's content moderation. Let's dive into the essential guide for getting this right from the very beginning.
And yeah, this quote, it gets right to the heart of it. This is the tightrope you're going to be walking every single day. How do you protect your community and keep things safe without accidentally shutting down the very voices you want to empower? Look, it's tough for sure, but it's absolutely possible if you have the right framework.
It can feel pretty overwhelming, can't it? I mean, you're focused on building your product, and suddenly this huge responsibility lands on your shoulders. But don't worry, we're going to break it all down and give you a clear, actionable way to build from the ground up.
Okay, before you even think about AI or code or hiring moderators, you have to start right here. Your policy, well, that's your blueprint. And if that foundation is weak or unclear, I promise you, every single tool you build on top of it is eventually going to crumble.
A solid policy really just comes down to these 3 pillars. First up, define your harm categories, and you have to be super specific about what's not allowed. Next, set your actionable thresholds. This is where you decide, okay, at what point is a violation serious enough that we actually have to do something? And third, and you gotta hear me on this one, design an appeals path from day one. It shows you're committed to being fair, and trust me, it's a secret weapon for making your whole system better down the road.
All right, with our policy blueprint in hand, it's time to build the engine that makes it all run. This is where we get into the tools that actually bring your rules to life, automated systems, and of course, the indispensable human element.
First, meet your workhorse, the classifier. Think of it like a bouncer with a very, very specific guest list. It's incredibly fast, it's scalable, and it's perfect for enforcing those clear-cut rules. For content that is obviously in or obviously out, a classifier is your best friend.
But, for the more complicated situations, you need to upgrade from a bouncer to a detective. And that's your generative filter. It's not just checking a list, it's looking for nuance, for context, even for sarcasm. This is the tool you bring in for those tricky gray areas where a simple yes or no just won't cut it.
And here's the thing you absolutely have to understand. There's no single best tool. It's always a trade-off. You got to ask yourself, what does my platform really need? Do I need raw speed for a million simple things, or do I need a slower, more thoughtful approach for really complex content? The reality is, you're probably going to need a combination of both.
And listen, this is the golden rule, okay? No matter how smart your AI gets, you cannot automate away human judgment. Your human reviewers are essential. They're the ones who handle the edge cases, who understand evolving slang, and who provide that ultimate layer of context that machines can just miss. They are your safety net. Don't ever forget that.
Okay, so let's move to the final critical layer of our system. You've got your policy, you've got your enforcement engine. Now you need the layer that ensures fairness and builds real trust with your users. You can think of this as your quality control and your customer service department, all rolled into one. And let's be totally clear about something. Your system will make mistakes. Every system does. Your credibility, your reputation, it isn't built on being perfect. It's built on how you handle things when you're not. That's why documenting decisions and offering a clear path to appeal isn't just a nice-to-have. It is absolutely essential for your platform's long-term health.
And here's the powerful secret about appeals. They aren't just for the user, they are for you. Every single appeal is a piece of data. It's free, invaluable feedback that tells you exactly where your automated systems are messing up, or maybe where your policy itself is a little weak. It's not just about correcting errors, it's a virtuous cycle of constant improvement.
Okay. Let's zoom out for a moment. Everything we've talked about so far, moderation, classifiers, appeals, it's all part of a broader safety strategy. It's really important to understand where all these pieces fit in the bigger picture.
Think about it this way. Most content moderation is reactive. It's about catching the bad stuff after it's already been created. But the most advanced safety strategies, they're also proactive. They don't just wait to catch the ball. They try to influence the thrower. This is where tools like prompt guardrails come in, especially for generative AI, steering creation away from harm before it even happens.
So the ultimate takeaway for you, the builder, is this. You need both. Content moderation is your defense, your essential, non-negotiable line of protection. But a truly robust safety strategy also includes an offense, proactive measures that help shape a healthier, safer environment from the very start.
And that's the question I really want to leave you with. As you build, don't just think about how you'll clean up the messes. Think about how you can design your platform to prevent them from happening in the first place. So yeah, if moderation is your defense, what's your offense going to be?